Students in Kathy Tucker's social studies class are learning about the two men who want to be Mississippi's next governor.
So now what I need you to do is to take out your Johnny Dupree bio sheet.
These fifth graders are about to cast their vote as part of a statewide mock election. It's all sponsored by Studies Weekly Educational Resources.
We've talked about the process, we've talked about the different parties and how important it is to go out and actually cast your vote as an American citizen, and how simple it really is just to vote.
The students head to the polling place right off the library. These computers serve as voting booths. It only takes a second for students to cast their ballots. Can I ask who you voted for?
Phil Bryant.
You voted today. Who'd you vote for?
Phil Bryant.
Why'd you vote for Phil Bryant?
Because he can make Mississippi a better place, and he can make jobs, better jobs. I voted for Johnny Dupree.
Why'd you vote for Johnny Dupree?
He might can show us he might can speak for us when we get older.
Students say they learned a lot through the process.
You have to take time into it, and you have to vote for the right one to help your state. I learned that that how to vote when you get older.
Would you like to run for office one day?
Yes.
Would you like to run for office one day?
Probably not. I'd rather be a dentist like my daddy.
More than 400 students from this school will have voted in the mock election by the time polls close, and organizers are hoping that the exercise will let students see how decisions in Jackson can affect their lives. Because of their willingness to take part in this statewide civics lesson, East Amory Elementary is making the grade. In Amory, I'm Allie Martin, WCBI News.